today. So, focusing on your book, today's topic is poem. Okay, so we are going to try to see how we understand poems. So I'm going to take you through steps of how we understand poems. So this is a very basic introduction to poems, and I hope we can do more and more as time goes by. So how do we understand the poem? So number one, read the poem and identify the following. So number one, you do read the poem and identify a few things. What are they? The title, okay? So you have to look at the title first. So the first thing you look at is the title itself. So what does the title tell you about the poem? So the title can tell you more about the poem, what the poem is about, and you have to ask yourself if the title is significant at all to the poem and the message of the poem. Number two, the question, who's the speaker? Right? Who is the speaker? So you know the persona behind the poem. So about it, is it say for example a grieving mother, right? So you have to know the person. Sometimes you may know the person who's reading the person who's reading the poem. It's more about what the writer, so the writer, may I assume, is certain type of persona. Yeah. What happens in each stanza? So as you go stanza by stanza, you may try to identify what happened in each and every stanza there. What is the tone? Is it formal? Is it informal? Is it serious? Is it chatty? Is it? You have to see the poem. The tone. Yeah. What words has the writer used, and what has those words created? What kind of tone are those words have those words created? Read through the poem again and make some notes at the top of the paper. So you're going to read through the poem and make notes on top of the paper so that you can easily annotate, easily understand what is being asked of you. So here there's a speaker here. Well, what do you learn about them? Who's speaking the poem? Whose words are being used here? How would you describe the speaker? Yeah? What emotions do they assume? What emotions do they bring out? Right? And the attitudes towards the subject itself, what kind of attitude do they have towards the subject? And what do they represent themselves, or what do they represent? And what is the tone? Is it the same all the way throughout the poem, or does it change from one stanza to the other? You have to be asking yourself that question. And what are the main ideas of the poem? Is it about love? Is it about hatred? Is it about pestilence? Is it about poverty? Those questions. And why has the poet written this poem? What is the point trying to achieve by writing this poem? Yeah? And what is the message of the poem? What is the intention of the poet? Yeah? Understood. So here we have a frame here of how you may respond to the question, the poem itself. So you have the poet wants us to understand. What does the poet want you to understand? The poet has written the poem to show. In this poem, the poet represents. So you have 1, 2, 3 of this. So you try to finish up the sentences when you are trying to analyze the poem. So this one, this one, this one. So I'm going to give you a minute. I want you to pause and write those 3 sentences in your book. All right? So and then try to think about how you can complete them. So just pause this video for a moment and try to write these 3 sentences. All right. So continuing here. And then number 3, you have to ask yourself what devices have been used here. Is it alliteration? Is it metaphors? Is it similar? Is it personification? You know all those ones. Yeah? The imagery itself. So try to ask yourself what imagery, what has been used. So I'm going to give you a page in your book, and I'll need you to write a few things there to answer those questions there. See you again tomorrow.